Hello, everybody. Happy Lionsgate. Happy Lionsgate. Happy Lionsgate. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. I'm starting early. I'm just excited because Lionsgate is freaking amazing. And it's something that happens every single year. So it is something that you can actually look forward to, know when to start creating and manifesting, know when to, hello, Vicky, shift your energy. It's such an amazing, I don't know. Can you feel the energy? I can totally feel the energy. I love Lionsgate. I'll give it a few seconds just because I'm starting early. So, I almost started an hour early and I was like, no, I'll wait. I'll give it a minute. I'm just excited. Anyways, not gonna do the normal tarot readings today. That's why last Friday I did 2 weeks. Hello. Hello. I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, yes. I did 2 weeks last Friday. So this week was already covered in last Friday's live for the week ahead. So we don't have to worry about that. We'll be back next Friday. We'll probably do 2 weeks and just continue to do every other week from here on out with that. But today, it's all about Lionsgate. Lionsgate. Oh, I just love this day. I love the energy and I know that the portal opens it's July 26th to August 12th, but it's just beautiful energy. So, all right. Oh, yes, I know. I hung up I got my picture taken. Ooh, and then I got my name and I'm trying to go with the camera here. It's awkward. Yeah, super exciting. And that wasn't even on Lionsgate. That was on the 6th. So, I've said numerous times, Lionsgate to me is a huge portal, huge with manifestations. Something amazing always takes place for me on Lionsgate. And so let's jump into it without further ado. I will be doing cards, but the cards that I'm doing, it's not going to be signs. It's not going to be clarifications. I am literally pulling oracle cards. And you can watch them all, take what resonates. That's it. If it's like, oh, that doesn't sound like my thing, don't take it. I did write some notes because I get a little bit, I tend to digress quite a bit and I get a little scatterbrainy. So, Lionsgate is a celestial event that holds profound spiritual significance. It occurs when the Earth aligns with the star Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, I should add, and the constellation Orion. It opens a galactic gate, a powerful energy flow, which I can feel it. This high frequency energy can open your energy centers within yourself, right? It heightens manifestation clearly, and it raises consciousness and enhances psychic abilities. So if your intuition might be feeling super on point, listen to it, follow it. Not only that, I mean, we're talking about telepathy, all the clairs. There's more than enough to list. Clairvoyance, clairaudient, etc., etc. It is also considered the luckiest day of the year. Now, I normally will say it's akin to the energy of an eclipse. However, energies of eclipses are major endings, new beginnings, course correction. And this isn't necessarily, although some people feel differently, but we're talking about where I'm at. So this isn't necessarily to close out cycles and open new ones. That's the eclipse. This is about opportunity. This is about passion, drive, forward momentum, clarity, raising in consciousness. It isn't necessarily, yes, by default, some things might leave your life and And, you know, a major course change like me winning this might be, you know, something that shifts the trajectory, but it's not 100% like the eclipse. It isn't, they're two separate energies, if you will. This is very uplifting. This is very powerful. This is very, for me, it's like the luckiest day of the year. Like there's no other way to put it. And although eclipses can feel that way, a lot of times eclipses have a tendency to kind of close things out. They can feel very uncomfortable. They can feel very like, ooh, this is happening for my best and highest good, even when it feels a little bit tricky or tough. This energy is more like, oh, right? So again, something to look forward to every year. And the portal starts opening kind of like an eclipse. You have the energies that begin. Then on 8/8 is when this actually completely aligns. But like, wow, like it doesn't just one day, boom, they're aligned. It's moving in, and that's why it starts opening up on the 26th, and then it meets, and then it completely keeps going till the 12th. So during, Sean, you never know with me. I was just saying I almost started an hour early. I would have messaged everybody though, or tried to. During Lionsgate portal, the sun in Leo infuses us with strength and determination. So it's fire energy. It's passion, drive, desire, strength. To pursue our dreams and stand in our power. So unlike an eclipse, not to say an eclipse can't make people feel that kind of way, this is like you should be feeling the energy. Even if it's on a subconscious level, like if you're getting this nudge to, you know, start that, you know, new job or the craft or, you know, reach out, like whatever it is, follow it because it's the power within you. It's the energy that's like, don't negate your intuition, follow it, listen to it. Sirius, the biggest star in the sky, is associated with abundance, passion, and honor. In ancient Egypt, the rising of Sirius marked the beginning of the Nile's flood season, bringing fertility and prosperity to the land. Spiritually, it represents higher states of consciousness and spiritual enlightenment. Aligning with the sun, it amplifies all of that. These qualities, Orion, I don't know why I keep saying that. Orion's belt associated with strength, fortitude, ability to achieve goals, and a link to the divine. I don't know. I'm like baffled that I was saying Orion. It's Orion. I think you all knew that. My bad. It's because I don't know. Who cares, right? Okay. I wanted to also bring in to one of these. One of these doesn't go in here. If you have any of these, if you don't, it's not a big deal. That one's for prosperity. It's not part of this. Although, I don't know. I have all sorts of crystals. We have different crystals that are associated and are good to use during this time. We have the quartz crystal, which amplifies energy, manifestation, spiritual growth. We have the labradorite, which transforms, it brings transformation and magic and heightens intuition. We have the ametrine. It's balance, spiritual growth with material abundance. The creatine, which it's interesting because this is actually for manifestation, but a lot of people, it's yellow. It almost looks, I don't know. I'll hold these up again. But it almost looks like a quartz crystal, but it's yellow. It reminds me of a canary diamond for some reason. But this amplifies manifestation. However, a lot of people believe that this will assist in like things like losing weight, things of that nature. And then we have the good old pyrite, fool's gold, and it attracts opportunity. Hi, So I don't know. I'll hold these up a little bit better. That's your quartz crystal. This is your labradorite. It's got almost like this beautiful blue. Sometimes it looks purple color when it hits the light. The weird thing is that if you stare at it dead on, it just looks like a foggy gray color. But when the light hits it, it gives like this beautiful bluish, purple, almost rainbowy. This is your ametrine, which is, it's a mix of, I want to say amethyst definitely, but it's a mix of that. And I want to say it's a mix with the creatine. So you can see, well, I can see, it doesn't really reflect very well, the yellow, and then amethyst is purple. This is your, why am I saying creatine? It's citrine or citrine. I believe it's citrine. I don't know what's going on with me today. And again, you're not seeing the yellow. It literally, think of a canary diamond. Now that you can see my big hands. And then we all know what fool's gold is, pyrite. So those would be good to work with. When I talk about working with things, especially when it comes to crystals, normally you want to smudge them, which of course I don't have a freaking lighter in here. Do I? Wait a minute. You can use Florida water, which actually I'll grab really quick. Uno momento. So, Florida water, which it does not come in this bottle or this spray top. I literally put it in and then just stuck the thing on. Florida water is used in spiritual practices. It's just got a bunch of different essential oils, if you will, in it. So you can spray it. I'm not going to use that. In fact, I might not even use my sage. I think I'll use my Palo Santo. And so when you're clearing, like if you work with tarot cards or anything like that, you know to clear the energy after each use. So you're just going to light it, let it smoke, kind of, I mean, my feather is over there. I think, I don't know where my feather is. I have a feather. I have a bunch of feathers right there, but those aren't the ones I use. And then you want to charge them, and you can charge them by the full moon, which means that you set them in a windowsill where the moon can get to them, the light of the moon, and or you can just set them with intentions. But if you're going to use these, again, I just explained what each one represents, and then you would you can carry them around with you. You can hold them in your hands while you meditate, things of that nature. So I'm going to read the chat super quick. I know, I don't know where my mind is. Yes, my Florida water. I love the smell of it. I spray it constantly. The two things you... So with the stuff I sent when you got the journal and stuff, this is your Palo Santo, which is the same as what I just showed you how to light it. The sage as well. And you would do the same thing with the sage. You don't want it to be on fire. You want to light it enough to see the flame and then blow it out and have smoke. You use it to clear your home, your energy, different spiritual tools. And then this, you would also, again, want to charge. You want to clean it and charge. When we say clean, it means to sage it or use this or Florida water. And then charge it by the light of the moon. And then you can hold on to it to meditate. It's whatever kind of comes naturally for you. But that's to enhance your spiritual connection. And to bring about high vibe, right? So, that being said, now that we all know what Lionsgate is about, clearly Lionsgate. I told you every year, and this is, I honestly, this isn't even the half of things that have been transpiring for me. But I also want to give it a little caveat here that your beliefs, your faith, and your intentions play a super huge role in whether full moon, whether Lionsgate, things of that nature. And if you are resistant to it, like a lot of people, oh, it's just a full moon, like who cares? Things will still maybe disrupt your life because other people around you, things are transpiring. But that which you think about, you bring about. That which you believe, you're creating. So again, somebody could be like, oh, Lionsgate happens every year, nothing amazing happens. Are you focused on it? Have you set the intentions? Do you believe? It all comes together. And it's kind of like your intuition is there, whether you're aware of it or not. It's happening. But the more you become aware of it, the more things transpire. It's not that they weren't transpiring before. It's that you were blocking it. You weren't aware of it, right? So right? Sean, have some decorum, or Leanne's going to bop you on the head with that wrench. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards. I'm going to pull some cards. Oh, happy Friday, by the way. Like, how amazing that Lionsgate is happening on a Friday. So, the White Light Oracle, first and foremost, I am going to read the Lionsgate card. Number 44, Ishtar's Lionsgate, 888. That is just beautiful, that card. Your heart has heightened connection with the higher realms of consciousness and light. A blessing, empowerment, and positive omen shall enter your world. Doors will open for you. Abundance and prosperity are headed your way. Take care of your heart. Ask for spiritual assistance, and it shall be granted. Something negative is going to transform into something very positive. That is Lionsgate in a nutshell. Just throwing that out there. So we have, actually, I'm going to pull cards and then we'll start reading. I have 7 decks that I'm pulling from, just so you're aware. We're doing another White Light Oracle. We'll do the Solace Oracle. And again, take whichever one applies to you. Maybe it's more than one. Maybe it's all of them. Maybe it's only one of them. Maybe it's none of them. Chakra cards. Now I'm hearing the song. Is it Shaka Khan? Shaka Khan, let me rock you, Shaka Khan. Magical, botanical. Moonology. And we're going to do a couple, well, maybe a little more than a couple Law of Attraction from Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks. Well, it's no longer Shaka Khan, it's Chakra Khan, okay? Chakra Khan. Just kidding. All right, let's start with the White Light Oracle. We have number 30, Vulva of Sadir. I'm going to cover the portion because apparently we have to do that at this day and age. Number 30. There we go. Your inner spiritual power can heal circumstances in your life and our world in ways greater than you realize. Journey within to gain clarity and conscious redirection of your inner energies towards what you wish to manifest. Do not try to control what is happening. Instead, work to bring positive influence to bear so that you may contribute constructively towards shaping the outcome for the greatest good. I just actually had this conversation today. We go within. We go within to shift what it is that we want to see in the world. And I'm going to keep that one out. And it's about shifting your energy to what it is that you desire to see, not about trying to control, manipulate, or anything outside of you. That is what it is. We don't care. We don't care about any of that outside stuff. So let's move on to the Soulless Oracle. We have 2 cards. We have number 27, which looks like some weird dance move. It also kind of looks like he's raising her up. And then we have number 7, which is, we have a 27 and a 7. I wasn't paying attention to the last one. This one just rang out. We have a number 25 here, which equals 7. That does not have a number. Those don't count. I guess it's just that. Anyways, the wave, it almost makes me feel like the wave of energy that's coming in, but it also makes me feel like going with the flow, a need to go with the flow. So let's read number 27 first. Number 27. Hurt me if you must. I will carry the pain of your brokenness. I'm not a fan of that. Don't carry anybody's pain of brokenness. How thankful we are when we have someone by our side to support us in our time of need. We whisper a blessing and give a kiss to that special person. It's rare because these days everyone seems to be running in different directions. It's not easy being a good friend, a true friend. It takes sacrifice and dedication. You know, I'm going to finish reading this and then give you my thoughts. You have to be willing to put loved ones' needs in front of your own. And that's not a simple thing to accomplish. This might require you to overlook their mishaps and flaws without judgment. Or if they do something horrible to hurt or break you down, you try to make sense of it instead of turning your back on them. Choose to rise above all of the pain and carry them out of the fire. In a roundabout way, it's a good message. And by roundabout, I mean rising above. Don't take, in fact, I feel like I had this conversation today. Don't take anything somebody else says to heart. Understand the difference between somebody who is running a program, if you will, or it's not personal. It is what it is, and let it go. You know when you are more emotionally sovereign by understanding that what people, places, and situations do around you has nothing to do with you. Even if they're calling you names, it has nothing to do with you. So I highly recommend rising people up out of their pain and sorrow. But you don't do that face to face. You do it in your energy, in seeing them for who they truly are, which is spirit having a human experience. You ignore the ego crap that they're throwing around, and you understand that they're just running a program, and you truly salute the divinity within them. You love them regardless. That's all energy. That's all energetic. We're not talking about communicating with them. We're not talking about trying to rescue or save them. We're talking about shifting your energy to support them in a loving manner energetically. Okay. That one's kind of we'll see. We'll see. I don't have time to give 400 examples, but let's keep going. High tide. Number 7. Life is like the tides. Things will come and things will go. waves. Inhale, exhale. Every day we breathe in and out, mostly unnoticed. Our heart beats a constant rhythm effortlessly. What is it about the little, good Lord, what is it about the little everyday things we inadvertently overlook? That is until something goes wrong. Then, out of nowhere, we realize that life can change as quickly as the tides. Suddenly, what you might have taken for granted is gone, and now you are forced to change your perspective. I honestly feel like you should constantly be checking your perspective and change it to make sure it's in the highest regard. If it is already happening, significant changes are coming your way. If the changes are unexpected, then you may be struggling with your new situation. Even a small wave might seem like a tsunami depending on how prepared you are for it. Understandably so, but don't try to resist the change. So, in essence, the only constant in life is change. And the way you become prepared for it is to become emotionally sovereign and to be able to rise above. When you have a different perspective, a spiritual perspective, you're not sucked into the 3D, which in layman's terms would be like the ego, reacting and feeling like everything's coming at you. When you're from spiritual, you respond and see things very clearly. So we'll leave that one there. Let's move on to Chakra Khan. Chakra Khan, number 14, inner strength. Oh my God. So I just got a song in my head. And I don't know if anybody's going to know this. It's You Can't Bring Me Down. And it's by a band called Suicidal Tendencies. And I just got him yelling, "You can't bring me down." No, you can't bring me down. So, just throwing that out there for somebody. Inner strength. This is your solar plexus. You have pulled this card as a reminder that it is time to call on your inner strength. You have the ability to deal with anything in your life. We are all part of the universe, which has magnificent power and energy available to us at all times. You are being invited to connect to, acknowledge, and call upon the incredible strength that lies within you. Life may be challenging for you at present, and you are reminded that you have the tools and the ability to conquer anything that comes your way. Whether it is emotional, physical, mental, or spiritual challenge, know you have the strength to move through it and come out the other end empowered. It's time to trust that you are strong enough and courageous enough to move through this difficult time and learn some powerful life lessons. The universe is always giving you opportunities to build inner strength. It is up to you to take on the challenge and rise from the ashes. Ooh, this feels very Phoenix Rising. You may be required to look at your situation from a different point of view, or even be willing to let go of some old belief systems that are weakening your inner strength. Whatever it is you are being guided to do, make sure you listen and put it into action. You have the courage of a lion, and it is time to roar and embrace this part of you in its totality. Affirmation: I have the strength to face all of life's challenges with grace. That's true. Okay. I don't know what I got going on here. The Moonology card. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. For some of these, I feel like we're talking about somebody who needs to shift their perspective. Look at things from a higher light, if you will. Number 25, Thistle. And it says, none touch me with impurity. Number 25. I know I was going to do timestamps for each one, and then I was like, nah. Nope, no timestamps. Not on this here beautiful Lionsgate. Planets, Mars and Jupiter. Oh, which actually coincides with Lionsgate because Lionsgate acts as, I want to say it was Mars and Jupiter, unless it was Pluto and Jupiter. I think it was Mars and Jupiter. I could be wrong. Maybe I'll just stop. Elements, fire and air. None touch me with impurity. When this thistle shows up, it indicates a time to stand in your own nobility and assert your own power. Thistle comes alive here as a fairy knight ready for battle and to stand tall for justice, holding the Scottish flag. Exhibit the quiet strength within you and deal with the situation from a place of confidence and security. When two hearts are united for one cause, they become crowned and multiply their strength and power. This feels very much like being in your personal strength and power, which is, in essence, a message about, the strength card, Leo energy. We are in Leo season. But also, I feel like it's to have the passion, drive, and desire to move forward with what it is that you're being called to move forward with. All right, we have, I will not attempt to control others' experiences. Rather than trying to control the experiences of all others, which you cannot do no matter how hard you try, instead, intend to control your own participation within those experiences. And by setting forth your clear image of the life you want to live, you will be guided in every moment towards a smooth and pleasant path for yourself. Yeah, when you realize fiddling with the outer crap that's already manifested is futile because it's already manifested. And the only thing you can ever change, the only thing that you have free will and control over is your own energy. Life becomes so much easier. You will realize how much energy you wasted when you learn to manifest, when you learn to turn everything within. It's like, it's just beautiful. And you actually get to enjoy the journey. Words do not teach. My life experience teaches. I just talked about this today too. Words do not teach. It is life experience that brings you your knowing. Reflect into your own past life experience and begin watching for the correlation between the words you are reading here and the life experiences that you have lived. Have you been mostly thinking, speaking, writing, and observing that which pleases you or not? Because thoughts create things. That which you focus on, you perpetuate. It's good stuff, I tell you. It's good stuff. Finally, my future isn't about my past. Life is only about now. Nothing that has ever happened has anything to do with now, unless in my now, I continue to think and speak about it, about the past. Fresh new thoughts today will always give me a fresh new experience. So, Lionsgate is a beautiful portal. It is by far my most favorite time of the year. People have holidays that are their favorite. I used to really like, I still do. I'd say that eclipse season is a close second because eclipse season brings forth those changes and life circumstances. And it's a challenging time, mostly, not always, but until you start getting excited that, oh, good, what isn't needed is going to go away. It's all about perspective. But Lionsgate is truly the luckiest time of the year. It is absolutely a beautiful time. The alignment with the star Sirius and Orion's belt, or Orion, I might just start calling it Orion's belt. It's kind of like Uranus and Uranus, like meh, whatever, Uranus. Anyway, it is just a beautiful gift, and it's a beautiful energy, and it's a beautiful time of the year, and everything about it is magnificent. If you so choose to embrace the energy, if you so choose to recognize it, no different than your intuition, it's always there. Are you listening to it? Are you recognizing it? And do you notice a shift from, I never used to, but now I do? And when I do, things get freaking amazing. No different when we're talking about eclipses, when we're talking anything in life. But Lionsgate, when you understand that it is truly a blessing, every year you get an amazing blessing. Every year you get something to look forward to. Every year you're putting forth those intentions of, oh, something awesome is transpiring during Lionsgate. And you can put the intentions towards others as well, which I have, if you don't know already, Manifest Your Miracles, where I go in more depth on manifesting, not just for yourself, for others. You can also get a lot of information from the gratitude group, as far as videos that I've done with certain books. And I will also say, with the 13 Steps to Transformation, I tend to recommend it come before the Manifest Your Miracles, but it doesn't have to. It's whatever works for you. The 13 steps is more about peeling away the old programming, becoming aware of it, and shifting out of it. Whereas Manifest Your Miracles, you've got the tools on peeling away the onion layers. And then with the Manifest Your Miracles, you can set forward with how to create on purpose, not by default, which, whether you know it or not, you're manifesting every second of every day. So to have those tools, it can make every day amazing. Lionsgate is, again, a way when you set those intentions, kind of like manifesting, you're setting forth these intentions. It doesn't have to be anything specific. I personally like to be surprised. Amazing things are happening. And indeed, they do. And that this isn't the only thing that's come through. And frankly, no, it is not always Lionsgate. When you learn to manifest on purpose, you can, it's constant, right? But Lionsgate always brings about major big surprises, higher connection to spirit, heightened spiritual gifts, new spiritual gifts, soulmate connections coming in. And soulmates, again, don't have to be lovers. Definitely can be. With me, it's normally some kind of a major life-changing event, and it's always been good. It's always been beautiful and always been beneficial. So this year, it just seems to be a lot. like it started early, and today is Lionsgate, so we'll actually see if anything transpires today. Well, actually, something did transpire today. I'm not going to talk about it, but we'll see what else transpires today. It's also a good time to be able to reset the energy, because yes, when you manifest, you must embody the energy before goodness comes. But I will say that once a manifestation actually hits and you shift that energy of, oh, wow, this is amazing, you start calling in more. So it's a lot. Any questions? Anybody? Questions? Do a little dragon's blood. Right? Leanne, did you kick Sean out? Are you going to make him watch the rewind? Anybody? Bueller. Bueller. Yeah. Sean disappeared. I told you Lionsgate always... No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We love you, Sean. We love you. By the way, for those who are curious, all the cats are doing great. We did lose one mom, but that was... she had a reaction to the anesthesia. So she died the day she went to get fixed. Just putting that out there. She's in a better place. It's probably a man cold, right? It's okay. I wasn't upset in the respect of like, yes, it touched my heart, but it was kind of like, had I not gotten her fixed, she would have just continued to go through cycles of being pregnant, having kittens, being pregnant, having kittens. So I didn't have a choice in that respect. I don't think it's healthy. And the mom cats don't really ask to be pregnant. In fact, it's horrifying if you understood what that entails and what the male cat is. Yeah, it's rough. So she's in a better place. And she was the most feral. Like, we couldn't touch her at all. So, oh, I didn't. No, I've been busy. I will send her the tree hugger thing. I've been actually, I was on the, like, I had a lot of catching up to do with things after the whole cat fiasco, because I had cats in here recouping. In fact, I'm surprised that it is not more terrorized than it was, but your threat meant nothing. I was busy at work, but nice. You know that you have control to block just because you don't like what they say. Actually, Leanne really truly does have the controls. Do you see the little wrench next to her name? Maturity is strong here. Uh-oh, Sean's on his little high horsey. Anyways, so what are your guys' plans for Lionsgate? Are you doing anything spectacular? Have you set your intentions? You don't have to tell me what they are. In fact, that's another thing I teach in manifestation. Don't talk about it. I mean, if you truly want to, you can, because should be a very good energy, good vibing live. But Vicky's going to have a horsey. She wants a horsey. Or is that a really big dog? Is that a unicorn? I can't tell. Perfect. That's another good tool, is to write things out. So today is your day. And okay, if you're like, oh, I don't have anything, and you don't have to have crystals. You don't, like, all you need truly is your energy. These are tools, and it's never required. If you feel that they help when you use them, great, use them. If you're like, I don't really get these tools, then don't use them. But today is the day, and it's all day. Like, you can, when we get done here, you can even click off right now and go sit down. Writing things out literally doubles down on the energy, because it's putting forth more action, and action is required. Although people say, oh, action isn't required. Yes, there is action required. It's just normally divinely guided action. But when you take it upon yourself to write something down, that's an easy action. I don't mean action like, this is what I want, so now I'm going to force and control and manipulate everything and everybody. It's not that kind of an external action. It's like, oh, I was divinely guided to go buy a ticket today. Oh, I'm going to write this down. That's action. Also, you can meditate on it. You can, frankly, I would be, regardless of what your day looks like or what it's already looked like or your week past, doesn't matter. Even if you know something's going to happen tomorrow, stay in a positive light. Be in appreciation and gratitude all freaking day. You should do this every day, but today of all days would be the day. And for future, because we're not going back to the past, it would behoove you when you know Lionsgate is approaching to get in that energy. And that way you're setting yourself up, because there's several days, and hey, maybe you missed it a day. Maybe you had a crappy day. Maybe you had a crappy couple days, but you're more or less training yourself, like, let's get into that good energy. Let's get into that good vibe. Yeah, good happy music, no sad music. Yeah. But that's, again, you should do that all the time. Don't watch stupid drama shows. Don't watch the news, for the love. Don't ever watch it again, frankly. Like, go hide under the rock and be that person who doesn't contribute to the energy of whatever is going on in the world around you. Be in the world of, God, this world is beautiful and wonderful, and people are just amazing. I got a Ring notification. Somehow my Ring camera now is picking up every single car that drives by. Every single car. Where it used to not. Another car went by, I'm going to get another notification. So that has to be fixed. Its energy is heightened. You see? Everything has energy. I will also say that Lionsgate is a time to energetically get ready for goodness, and to know things are always working out for your best and highest good. And a good affirmation is just that. Things are always working out for my best and highest good. I want to give a really quick example, and then if you guys have questions or anything, you can leave them, and I'll read those in a second. But I kind of gave this on my manifestation video that I was talking about with winning the $10,000. It was actually $10,002. Which I can see my picture in the back. It's so silly. That's what they do. They take your picture, and then you're like, I tried to do that. She wouldn't take it. I had to do. Anyway. When something that happens appears to be kind of, ooh, if you shift your perspective to look at it in a light of, this is happening for my best and highest good, it would probably amaze you how often, I would say 100% of the time, it's true. I gave the example of me moving to Montana and how it's because of the tax hikes. Now, people could look at the tax hike and be like, that's so terrible, like horrible, and what a crap, like be down in the dumps about it. I am like, woohoo! like had that not happen, I wouldn't, it's being grateful for everything that transpires on your journey. And understanding that when something may at first appear to be, not to react, just kind of respond and watch it and let it play out. And 100% of the time, it's happening for your best and highest good. You may not see it till hindsight, but when you get in the habit of stepping back and not reacting, you give yourself a chance to watch it play out, you'll start seeing it more often before things start to, or it won't take till hindsight, I should say. I don't really believe in lessons. Because everything is a reflection of you. And so if you want to say that you're learning a lesson from your own energy, maybe it's more like a reflection to allow you to see where you need to shift your energy. We don't technically need to learn lessons. We just need to take off the layers. We need to let go of the programming. We need to be more open to shifting our energy into our true authentic light, to our true authentic self. So a lot of times, and I'm not saying you're saying this, but a lot of times people are like, oh, the universe is testing me again. You're not being tested by the universe. The universe gives you exactly what energy you're emanating. And so when you get something that you're not a fan of, it would behoove you to go within and be like, okay, I need to give myself more self-love. I need to do whatever, because this is a reflection. I've called this into me. And it's kind of like your gas gauge. That's what the 3D is. It's a gas gauge. Good things happen and you're like, woo, I've got a full tank. Not so great things happen. You're like, ooh, I'm running on empty. It's energy. It's everything's energy. So yeah, peel the onion. Got to peel the onion. I love onions, and I love onions and garlic, both of which, well, onions you really have to peel the layers. Garlic not so much, but. So anybody have anything that's already transpired that's been just absolutely phenomenal, and or it's leading to something phenomenal? Anybody? I see hearts. It never shows me who's leaving the hearts, but I saw hearts. Oh, I absolutely adore you. I absolutely adore you. I don't know. I don't want to use your name because you don't use it. But I'll say shadows of you, shadows of me. I adore you. You are just amazing. And I already know wonderful things are coming your way. And yeah, I already know. I can feel it. I can sense it. That's true. Garlic, you meant say. I eat garlic whole. I do the pickled one, the habaneroed one, because I have eaten it without it being pickled, and that's a little stingy. But it's a natural antibiotic that your body cannot become immune to, so it's really good. It's good for you. Keeps the skeeters away too, and unwanted attention. Any attention, really, depending on how bad you sweat. But it's really good for you. So who cares if you smell like garlic? Oh. Anybody have anything that's happened thus far from the 26th till now? Any leads? Are you guys even looking for them? Sean, I'm calling on you. I saw your hand raised in the back. No, nobody. Good grief. Oh, and Leanne, I'm going to call you out right here, right now. I'm super disappointed that you did not. Maybe that's why I inadvertently didn't send you that really funny meme that she sent me about tree huggers, is because you promised me some tea, and I didn't get any tea. You refuse to participate in talking about the good things that happen in your life. Sean, did you come to the wrong live? Did you really? Yay! Yay! That's what I like to hear. Sean's hiding because he's getting verbally beaten up by the girls. This is where you practice your emotional sovereignty, Sean. See, they're doing it for you. They're helping you to practice your emotional sovereignty. I don't blame Leanne for anything. That's martyrism. If you're out, I blame you. That's it. And I don't even blame. So, whatever. Anybody besides Sean, who's a little crabby britches, but still had great things happen? Vicky, anything? Leanne? Anybody else who's not chatting? Because I force you to be a member to chat. I force ya. I strong arm ya. Not a member, a subscriber. Vicky, anything positive, amazing? Nice. Nice. I prefer to think of Lionsgate as I get the whole package. For me, it isn't just a raise in consciousness. It isn't just spiritual heightened gifts. It's everything and good stuff. Like just amazing, life transforming opportunities and events. So you're fine, Leanne. You're totally fine. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome, Vicky. I like that. Manifest. I dig it. Oh, awesome. 2 new customers. Clients, whatever. That's fantastic. See? And I like sharing in what it is that's already transpired because it's energy that allows others to, how do you explain that? People can enjoy in your energy and your good fortune and your winning, unless they're negative nillies, and that's not your problem. And that can enhance it in theirs. See, we're all one. We do have different little avatars, different whatever. But I've explained this before to where if you enter a room and everybody's icky, you can, if you're not careful, if you're not aware, get into that icky energy your own self. And if you walk into a room and everybody's happy and uplifted, you can also go into that energy. So when we have this, which is why subscribers are the only ones allowed to comment, because that's just the way it's got to be. The positive energy, it doesn't matter if we're not sitting in the same room with each other. Energy knows no bounds. Hence why when I do tarot readings live, I'm picking up on somebody's energy. Not necessarily even the person that's watching. It could even be somebody that's going to tune in later. But when we share in things, in the good things, people can be like, oh, that's awesome. And it's not a fakey awesome, because if you're fakey, energy doesn't lie. So if you get excited for people when good things happen in their lives and you don't get jealous and you don't get envious, but you're genuinely like, that's so great, amazing, I'm so happy for you, you inadvertently are going to start having good shit happen to you. Excuse my language. But you get it, right? It's energy. And when you're around uplifting people, you get good uplifting energy, and you are the people that you surround yourself with the most. I'm not saying you have to come watch my channel every single day. It's just for you to note, gosh, my friend circle is kind of, they kind of gossip about people. They always put people down. I've got this one friend who's constantly saying horrible things about their life or their lover or whatever. Those are the types of people that, I'm not saying leave the friend group, But own your energy and change it. Own your energy, and when maybe they start bashing something, don't do the whole I don't like you talking like that, because then you're trying to control. You just change the subject. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you guys something amazing that happened today. You're changing the energy. Now, some of them will be like, that's great. So anyway, about so-and-so, then it's time for you to move away and start attracting friends that celebrate in your good energy. Lionsgate is positivity. It's joy. It's happiness. It is a portal for goodness. It is a raise in consciousness. It is, I can't talk enough about it, clearly. This is your chance. This is your time. Every year this happens. It's like a freaking birthday every year, like a second birthday, unless you're born on 8/8, and then you just get a big freaking magical birthday every year. Like that'd be cool. But it is. It's like a second birthday where it's goodness and joy, and you're getting the gift. Not necessarily, I mean, it's an energetic gift. And then whatever appears in the 3D is just like that, makes it that much better, right? So you guys can, words don't teach. I've said it a million times. I say it all the time. Words don't teach. And it's not a push for anybody to take any of my courses. If you so choose to, amazing. I've already put out energetically that I don't want anybody to take it that isn't open, ready to receive, and that isn't going to have complete success and be, completely successful to work with me. So if you don't do it, you don't do it. It doesn't matter. I will attract the right people. I always do. But it would behoove you to look into books or whatever it is that you're attracted to. Don't put it off. This is your chance in life to live it on purpose, to actually live the great joy that you're meant to live, to escape the program. That, again, there's no blame when it comes to the program. Your parents were programmed, their parents were it's been going on for a long time. But there is another way. There is another way. And words don't teach. So as much as I could sit here and could blabber about it, and anybody who's taken my course who's actually here in the chat right now could probably attest to the fact that no matter how much we talk about it, they actually have to take steps, which means that they're hearing the words, but then they're putting them into practice. Hence why you work one-on-one with me. And that's with anything. With Lionsgate, it's the same thing. I can tell you the goodness all day long that happens to me. You have to put it into practice, meaning you have to, whatever that practice is, and you can adopt whatever works for you. For some people, crystals aren't their thing. For some people, I was going to say meditation isn't their thing, but really, it should be your thing. Like meditation is huge. It's also heightens your connection to spirit, to your intuition. So I'm going to take that one off the table. You just should meditate regardless of who you are or how you feel about it. But, there's certain rituals. There's all sorts of different things that you can do, or just sit and meditate and be in your own energy. Write it down. It doesn't matter. You have to put things into practice for them to stick. So if you're just listening to all this and then you're like, oh yeah, that sounds great. How wonderful. And maybe you have a good few hours and then something in the 3D sucks you in and you get in an icky mood. And then you're like, yeah, Lionsgate didn't work for me, and then you don't even revisit it till next year. That's exactly what you're going to get. You got to align with the energy. You got to put your energy into it. You got to put your beliefs and your faith and your love into whatever it is that you desire. And you are very dedicated. Incredibly. And it was very, very in sync I feel like Vicky, you told me about that. I don't know if they were a massage. I thought you were talking about something about the Reiki thing. And some renting something out. Maybe it was a different person though. That's cool to collaborate. Because you never know. Maybe you'll do some, like my sister, who is currently in another state and has been. I have a feeling her and I are going to collaborate at some point. She is a Reiki master. She is, I don't know what it's called. I'm just going to say voodoo lady. Because there's a whole title for it that I'm like, man, I don't know. It's not my gig, not my thing. I don't resonate in doing that. But she's also a hypnotherapist. Like, it runs in my family. So I have a feeling with what I plan on doing with what I'm doing once I move to Montana, that with my acreage, I think I've shared with Sean what I plan on doing, but I don't, like I said, I very rarely will share what I'm creating with people. Yeah, she's a Reiki master. She can tell her stories better. Like, she tells me stuff and I do know it, but it's kind of like it doesn't flow off my tongue. Um, oh, wait, were you talking to Leanne? I thought you were talking to me when I said my sister was a Reiki master. I don't know. Either way, doesn't matter. So, anyways, my sister, who is like an Aries, and she's one of those, like, when something piques her interest, she dives in and learns, like, gets it all, becomes pro at it, right? And then sometimes she gets bored, moves on to the next thing. But she still has all of these tools. And I don't mean that she's bored with the Reiki, or that she's bored with the hypnotherapy, or that she's bored with the voodoo awesome ladiness. I'm just saying that, like, she's becomes a master at literally everything she does. And she's freaking phenomenal. So I have a feeling at some point, because I don't do any of those things, I don't really desire. I don't feel like it's on my path. Maybe tomorrow something will change, but I have my abilities and the things that I do. I have a feeling her and I will end up working together at some point, which collaboration is great, especially when you are talking about, well, in anything in life, but because I'm spiritual, I'll talk about the spiritual aspect. When you can bring some form of healing to the masses on whatever level that looks like, and you're working alongside another person who can bring that much more to the table, it's just beautiful. It truly is. So oh, I just saw her question. Okay. Yeah, no, Vicky's right. It does take um, a lot. You have other people in the room with you? I figured maybe you were at work. It is Friday. Are you not at work? Are you at work and people are playing with tarot cards? I'm intrigued. I like that. Oh. Maybe it's a synchronicity. Maybe it's saying you need to get your hands on on a tarot deck, Leanne. Yeah, you're working. I was gonna say if they're playing with tarot cards, but that's kind of cool. Like you're at work and yeah, I'd look at that as a synchronicity. I'm literally sitting here watching. I mean, we're not doing tarot per se today, but yeah, I love synchronicities. And they happen so much more than people like this was all about synchronicity. And the fact that my most favorite lady in the chat was the person I was speaking of that had the vision in her meditation. In fact, we discussed it today. It was perfect because the vision was for her. It was her vision. But because when she shared it with me, I was like, ooh, that's another synchronicity. That's another sign. That's another I'm on the right path. So it actually, your stuff can affect other people and be their synchronicity. It can be their sign that, it's just, I don't know. Life is just, it's so amazing. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. It just is. It's amazing. Anybody have any other questions or anything to add? Sean, I'm a little disappointed. Like, did you truly leave or are you just being silent? Like, it just feels off. It feels off that Sean isn't making wisecracks. Although I appreciate it. By the way, I have to share this. And I don't want to share. Well, I'm going to share it anyway. So, because of this, and it wasn't like, I don't want to say it wasn't like, it was tremendously appreciated, but it wasn't like, oh, every penny's spoken for and I needed it. I made a decision to do something for a family that needed, I wanted to do something special for somebody. And so I went to the grocery store and I'm like filling the cart up, right? And there's corn. Was it corn? It was corn. I think it was the corn. Nope, it wasn't. It was the green beans. Freaking green beans. And so I'm there and they got like the little tiny box cut, but they had shoved it into a shelf where like you couldn't, it wasn't sliding. And so I'm like trying to rip the box and finally I just go, and it literally, because I have my real fingernails, right? It tore my fingernail like way where it wasn't supposed to be. And I don't tend, like, I don't care about using swears, but I tend to pay attention to, like, I don't tend to say them when there's certain rando people around. And I literally stopped and I, was like, that motherfucking hurt. Like, so this lady in front, because, this lady was walking down the aisle and she just kind of was like, oh. And then I was like, oh, like I was trying to, because it hurt. And so I was like, breathing, letting go of the pain and the whatever. And I still trying to finally I get the stupid green beans out. And I go to get up and I turn and there's this old man standing there with his cart. And he's like, golly, I hate when that happens. If it were my wife, she wouldn't have apologized for saying it. And she probably would have said it louder. And he like totes on down. But that's my story that, I ripped my fingernail off halfway. Freaking hurt. So what happened? Oh, yeah. She's like, what the hell, Sean? Where are you at? Like, this is weird. All right. I think I'm going to head out of here. I really, truly hope that from now until the 12th, if something amazing transpires for you and you feel compelled, don't ever feel forced or anything. And if you don't want to share, don't share. But come back and leave a comment. If you don't want to share with everybody else, you can message me on Facebook Messenger. But I absolutely love to hear about your guys's, I like to call it success. And it's success because it means you're winning against the program. When good things, when you're open to receive and you start receiving, to me, it's successful. And I love to hear it. I love to hear about success. I love, and maybe I shouldn't, but I love more than ever when your success is like things were going ick and I turned it around. And that's when, so like that to me, when that light, I love that light bulb moment. That's why I love what I do. But when, we're trucking down a path and it's like, and then we change trajectory because of it. And it's like, yes, that to me is the beautiful, beautiful moments. So again, feel free to share, feel free not to share, feel free to contact me directly. I am not like a bot. I do not, when I say I work with people one-on-one, I truly am one-on-one with them. It is me. It is not some rando. It is not some recording. I am the only person that runs my accounts, period. I don't have somebody else doing it for me. It's not that I look down on people that have that. If that's what you do, that's what you do. I think transparency is huge. If you do that, you should be like, yeah, I'm not the one who actually, reads that or responds or watches or whatever. But to each their own. No shade. You do you. That being said, happy freaking Lionsgate. Happy Friday to you. I believe all of you will experience a tremendous blessing in your life. If not today, within the next few days, I feel it. I feel everything is working out for your best and highest good, always. And I appreciate you all. I truly love you all. And I salute the divinity in each and every one of you. I will see you all very soon. I want to say Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. And then the following Friday, because we're doing every other week. Whatever. Roll with the punches, because things are changing in my life. I'll be moving. There might be a little disruption here or there, but I'll let you know about it. No, goodness, no. It's never too late. And like I said, just because today is the exact alignment, today is the most powerful day, but you have till the 12th. And frankly, even if you were to miss it, let's say it's the 13th. Oh my God, that's so funny. I'm not going to share it though. I almost did. I almost shared it, but I'm not going to because it's just whatever. Another thing that transpired when I said it was going to transpire today. Anyways, heavens no, it is not too late. It is never too late. And even like I said, the 13th, you can start putting intentions towards next Lionsgate. You can put intentions towards the next full moon, the next new moon. You can set intentions every second of every single day. It's never too late. Do I love this energy in this portal? Yes, because we're talking about Leo season, passion, drive, desire, forward momentum, action, being in your strength and perseverance. These are the energies that are flowing through you on top of luck and destiny and spirit. And it's just amazing. Okay. Like I feel like I'm puking up goodness, like rainbows are coming out of my mouth. But it's not to say that you can't do all this every day for the rest of your life, right? So it's never too late. And definitely not for Lionsgate. No. We're still here on the 8th. So good things are coming your way, Miss Leanne. I'm telling you, it's happening for you. And on a side note, I always put forth my intentions for those who watch my videos, those who join the lives. I won't go into what they are, but just know you've always got somebody who puts forth good energy on your behalf with me. That being said, I love you all. I do. And I will see you all very, very soon. I truly cannot wait to hear all the good, amazing things taking place in your life. Happy Lionsgate to you, Catherine, or you know what I mean. You. All right. Sending you all love and light and good juju. See you all very soon.